Okay, welcome to Skotta. Today I'm going to talk about my 5 or actually 6 top essentials for bikepacking. I just recently did a bikepacking trip with my partner where we biked all of Sweden. It was 2,400 kilometers. And this is some of the gear that we brought. So first off, we have the Big Agnes tent. It's called Tiger Wall UL3 bikepacking tent. Super happy about this tent. This was an absolute game changer for me. Packs down real small in a bag that's almost waterproof, but not waterproof. And it weighs about, I think, 1.4 kilos, which is super nice when you're bikepacking. When the tent's all set up, you have 2 entries, and it is a tent of the American, it's an American brand, so you open it like you set it up the American way. So you always set up the inner tent and then the outer tent, which is okay. We're not in America now, we're in Sweden, but still pretty good. The down parts of this tent specifically, I'd say, is the airflow in the tent, because you have an inner tent, which is really good, and then you have mesh on the side, so it breathes a lot there, but you don't have any ventilation on the outside of the tent, so it gets a lot of condensation, specifically when you're biking, you've been sweating the day before. So, but other than that, definitely one of the better bikepacking tents I've ever used. And then over to the sleeping bag, we have the Pajak from Poland. And it's called the Core 400 Long. I'm a pretty tall guy, so I need a long version of this. I think it weighs 800 grams, not really sure. And it has a T-comfort limit of 0 degrees for women. And I slept in this when it was 6 or 7 minus with a wool liner, and it worked real well. The downside of this sleeping bag, I'd say, is the hood specifically. It feels very basic compared to the other hoods, but other than that, it's a great sleeping bag. And then we have a head torch. Gotta have a head torch. If you don't have one, you won't see anything when you're bikepacking, specifically not when you're at camp, which is a hassle. You can't multitask, you can't do anything, so you really need that on your head. Another good use for this is to put on your handlebar when you're biking and you're too lazy to have a head torch on your bike, then you can just use this one, which is great. And then we have the shoes. It is the Alpha Mesa GTX shoes from Norway, and it has a leather outside, and it has a Gore-Tex membrane on the inside, and it has a Vibram sole. I really enjoyed this shoe, and it's also kind of narrow up here, which is really good. All the shoes I've been looking into are usually a little bit like they go like they almost cramp your foot all the time, but this shoe really made sure my foot could be kind of relaxed. I have a pretty normal sized foot in the width, so for me it works real well. It's also a little bit stiff, which is nice, so I felt stability, but it also is kind of light, which is nice for flexibility. So I haven't seen anyone use this in the bikepacking community, at least not on YouTube, but I highly recommend this shoe for bikepacking. And then other than that, we have the Oakley glasses. You gotta have a cool pair of Oakley glasses when you're bikepacking. Stops all the bugs to fly in your eyes, and when you're walking in stores and stuff like that to get all those food and all the munchies, then you better look cool when you're walking inside, because people will look at you no matter what. So I think this version of the Oakleys are called Radar with the prism glass, which is real good. Keeps out the bugs. Make sure you don't, like, when it's sunny and stuff like that, you actually see stuff. When you're going down a big hill, you don't get the wind, otherwise you'll cry, you won't be able to see anything, which can be dangerous. So then you have a pair of glasses. It goes well with any glasses, but I definitely say these are the better ones for bikepacking and biking in general. And then last but not least, we have the Arc'teryx. It is a down jacket, and it's called Serum LT, and LT stands for lightweight. And this is definitely lightweight. I think it weighs about 100 grams, not really sure. And it has a really good fit for me. This is a size large, and I'm 195 centimeters. The arm length is real good. It's longer in the back, which is really nice. And it has a nice hood, which is with a cord, so you can adjust it, so it really snugs there on your head. I'd say this is a lifesaver in any situation when you're bikepacking, hiking, or whatever you're doing, because it packs down to about this size. and it doesn't weigh that much, and it's just instant warm. If you're like been biking all day and you're really tired and you're just freezing, and you just put your down jacket on you and you feel much better. It's like a really close friend. It will always be there and take care of you. And it also has a little bag in here, so that's where you pack it down when you're done. And it's a one-way zip too. So it's a kind of basic when it comes to the zippers and stuff like that, but that's really good. You have a two-way zipper, it can be a little bit of hassle to get one, you get one stuck, etc. And you want to make sure you can close the down jacket so you can trap all the warmth. And this is a really good jacket because it has a nice warm to weight ratio, which is perfect in your bike pack, because you don't want to carry too much stuff. Depends what kind of bike pack you are. But yeah, I think that's all the gear we went through. So yeah, keep on scotting. God Scott.